Gotta get his water. Look at him.
Do it!
Hot fire. All right.
Well, split for it.
You're good.
Guys doing that?
All right, Giant. Workout.
Hold up.
What you got?
Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold up. Hold up. We're related. Hold up.
You got this for St. Verse left?
Wait a minute.
Sign up for this shit. Stop
It's his birthday. He can do the most.
It's your birthday, boy. Do it.
Lucky you told me. You was lucky, like, man, this corny.
Y'all mind bowing y'all heads and pray with me?
Oh, not at all.
Lord, we come to you right now, first and foremost giving you thanks for this day, Lord. Thank you for our lives, Lord. Thank you for bringing us all together, Lord, and allowing us to make it here safe, Lord. We come to you right now just giving you thanksgiving, Lord, not really asking for anything, Lord, knowing we don't deserve it, but you still give, Lord. But we do thank you for our families and friends, Lord. We thank you for the people that are in this room, for their attention, Lord. We thank you for their ears. We thank you for allowing them to listen, Lord. We thank you for all that you've been to us, Lord, even when we didn't receive you, even when we didn't accept you, even when we didn't pay you any type of homage that we were supposed to, Lord. We thank you. And we just pray for all of those who are in the struggle, which is everyone on this earth. In Jesus' name, we ask it all. Amen.
Amen.
Phil. So my father, he's been working like 2 jobs his entire life, and my first job was actually working with him, and it was as a paper boy. So I would actually ride. He has a Mercury Mountain there, you know how they have that little step before you get in the car? I would actually ride on the side of his car. He would have both windows back and front down. I would put one arm around the window, and I would dig in the car, grab a paper, and throw them back and forth, back and forth. And we would like knock out a paper route with like 300 people in like an hour or less. And that was my first real job, and it was probably like the best job of my life. I didn't realize it then, because I hated waking up at like 3:30 in the morning to go do it. But when I did it, and the time I had with my dad, which I don't really get now, you get older, you spread apart, you live in 2 different cities, and it just happens. But Times Picayune was like a big thing in my childhood, so it's something that I always cling to. And I know everybody, I guess in New Orleans knows what happened to Times Picayune, being taken over and everything, and being cut to 3 days, and the whole money issue that was behind it. And when I heard about it, really just kind of like cracked me. But this first poem I'm going to do is actually has spawned from that, and it's spawned from what would the classified section, what would the job section who gives the jobs think about someone actually trying to take away what actually offers something that's supposed to be given, you know, something that we thrive on, something that we need to live. So this came from that. So this is like my perception of like how the classified section, how the job section feels about this. Help wanted. Now hiring. President of the United States. No experience necessary, no experience even possible, but must bleed CYMK and have 75 cents to spare the homeless, must clip the crescent moon from his fingernail before he prays to the sun. Must know that the number 1 is a cliche, and know that the battleground states face psychological wars that our soldiers should have explored before they went on tour in Kuwait. Must anticipate the hate. Be a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, an atheist, yet still legalize marriage for the gay. Must be born with 2 hearts, so when one shatters, the other can back up generator his composure. Must also have some sort of exposure to sports. But if you're willing to play basketball and tennis up and down the Supreme Court, red rubber with the Republicans and drag race the Democrats. Must muralize the constellations and white contrails on his bloody back, so if by any chance he gets hung to represent our American flag, must spend millions on his campaign to advertise the job he's running for, the job he'll soon be running from in his dreams, the job that will magnetize his metallic knees to the floor. May God be with you, Mr. President, And before you vote, let's all make sure that his beloved wife doesn't mind pleasing his needs, because we definitely don't want our president to have to cheat on his first lady because of no fellatio. But hey, what do I know anyway? I'm just a classified section in the Times-Picayune. Didn't you know that the word Picayune means little value or importance, means petty, trifle, unworthy, means 5-cent piece? So seriously, what do I know? I'm just offering factory jobs for the soldiers in the chocolate city that receive severance packages after being dismissed from a career that they slaved for, some for 30+ years. What do I know? I'm 175 years old. I'm so up in age that my entire epidermis is gray. And hey, I think that Honest Abe Negroed enough to be considered the first black president. And that those that work at Bennigan should one day receive full benefits. I make typos mistaking Wi-Fi for wife. Think that the Big Apple is a teacher's pet. And think that the Big Easy is as hard as it gets. I think that our front page is phenomenal. Hurling words over his headlines like catastrophic. The 44th president. And paper lays off 200 employees. You can go ahead and corn husk the pages all you want. But even I know that a big title doesn't promote boldness, Mr. President. It just puts emphasis on something that's important. So highlight the construction openings. The way caterpillars bleed yellow. Memorize the crane of my fame. Fold me into a paper airplane and fly me into the Advanced Publications office in New York City. Break their headquarters down into 75 cents. Call the incident homegrown terrorists. And when you get hired, Mr. President, tell me if they throw iPads on your front lawn. Do your newsstand sit down in the bag of your morning paper do tears? Because here, our streetcars have been cut in half like 6-inch subways. Because really there's no way to origami laptops into our back pockets across from our wallet that only carry memories in their trench coats, because no jobs equal no money. Isn't it funny that presidents have a hard enough time trying to keep their own careers for more than 4 years? So what's help from the helpless? The reason our reading glasses still question your vision is because they're still unable to see why. This had to happen to us. When the death rate is to capacity, schools are suffering, when NOPD can barely handle the crime, and it seems that our Gotham City is in desperate need of a Justice League. I wish I had a dime, 2 nickels, a couple of Picayunes for every time we didn't pray a plea to reconciliation on Memorial Day, because hey, maybe if we did, Times-Picayune wouldn't be turned into a 3-day obituary. But what I do know is that my spirit will visit you every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. May God be with you, Mr. President. I have you know that if you're afraid of any blame, then I don't think that this position is right for you. But if you're still up for it, and you do want to take the job, then call us at this number, 930-2012.